Hello. Now, I know I use this. Okay, this is my second take, so this is going to sound obviously scripted. But I know I use this channel for content creation. But, this weekend I didn't really have many ideas for, cinematic or video making processes or just ideas in general. So I decided, why not put a video out there, but, switch it up because obviously it's 8:28 p.m. before a school night. But yeah, I decided, why not switch it up? Try something new, maybe throw some advice out there because one of my favorite things to do is, well, my favorite thing to do is be happy. My second favorite thing to do is throw advice out there and help people. Help people in literally any way I can. It's just my favorite thing to do. Is be a nice person, you know. By the way, peep the shirt. It says "Real Hawks wear pink." It's Hawks is my school mascot, and support breast cancer awareness. Yeah, but anyways, my topic for today is just be you. Now I stress that to everyone I talk to just be you, and most of the time people are like, well, obviously I'm me. How can I be somebody else? But when I say that, I don't mean, you're somebody else, which by the way, that I might circle back to that. But what I'm saying is, most of the time in this generation, I see people trying to be other people, trying to have the coolest cars, well, not coolest car, actually, yeah, coolest cars, coolest clothes, coolest anything, trying to be the person they idolize. And I get that's the point of heroes is to be them, be like, have them as your idols, have them inspire you. But most of the time in this generation, I see the idols of these people, they don't have like the best idols. They always have, the people who got popular off doing the wrong thing. They always idolize them. And it's just like, hold on. Sorry. Took a little pause for a minute. Sorry, somebody walked in. But I always see people idolizing the wrong people. And I always see people, you know, doing the wrong things when they know what the right thing is. And that's why I like the idea of being a weird person. Because most of the time people think being weird is like, oh, he's different from the rest. Which technically that's what it is. But he's like, oh, he's different from the West. Ew, he's like that. Or ew, he's like this. But the reason I idolize the idea of being different, being weird, is because most of the time the people that are weird don't, don't want to follow the social norms. And obviously, yes, there's a definite clear distinction between good weird and bad weird. I'm talking about the good weird because the bad weird, that's not good. You probably shouldn't do the things that would be considered bad weird, if that makes sense. But like the good weird, like different from the rest, like not following trends, not, well, sometimes, but like not following trends, not trying to be reaching for popularity at every moment, like things along that line. Like I idolize those people, you know, because they're different. They don't want to be the same person as everybody else. Because I notice people are always the same person when they're chasing, popularity, being cool. They have to get the latest thing. They have to get the coolest thing that's on the market. And I'm like, dude, no, you don't. You could be popular for the right reasons instead of the wrong ones. Because I don't want to be like everybody else. That is something I do not want to be. I do not want to be like everybody else. Because if you're like everybody else, then you're not yourself. And that's what I stress so much, is if you are somebody else, then you're not yourself. If you're trying to be somebody else, then you're not yourself. And when you try to be someone else, you have to realize at some point, no one can be you. No one looks like you. No one talks like you. No one walks like you. No one laughs like you. No one has had the same life experience as you. Like, no one can ever, in the history of being, in the near future or the far future, no one can be you. So why are you trying to chase being the same person as everybody else or being a different person? Because everybody, and this is the hard truth, everybody has good and bad in their heart. It's never all good or all bad. But most of the time, when you're chasing popularity, trying to be cool, you end up doing the wrong things because, in all honesty, most of the time, the popular cool things are always the bad things. There are definitely some popular good cool things, but most of the time, people want to live young, wild, and free, so they chase the bad things. They're like, you only live once. They have that mindset. You only live once. So go out and break a law or go out and graffiti something. That is what people chase because they claim they only have one life. They claim they do that because they want to follow social norms. And by the way, this is all one take, so sorry if I stutter because I know I want to speak from the heart here. I don't want to like cut it out and then have something scripted. I just want to speak from the heart. See if I could do it. But I feel like the one thing that I always think is, yes, I do technically have one life. Not technically, I literally do have one life. I literally, what was it called? Sorry, I just blanked. I literally do have one life. I can live young. I have to live free. I have that mindset, but when I mean that, I don't mean I'm going to go out there, do something bad just because I can. When I say that, I mean it as in, if I have one life, if I can live as free as I want, if I could go from the ends of the earth and back as many times as I want, I'm going to do it in a good way. I'm going to make people's lives better. I'm going to donate to charity. I'm going to talk to everyone and give them advice, learn their life stories. I don't want to go out there with that mindset and only chase the bad things. I want to go out there with the same mindset but chase the good things. That's why in school, I'm walking around, I'll compliment someone. I'll be like, hey, I like your sweater. Hey, I like your shirt. That's because I know I only have one life. And even if it doesn't benefit me much to compliment someone else, at least I'm making their day. At least I'm living this a good way. At least I'm looking at that person. I'm saying, you're a cool person. And maybe that compliment will go nowhere. Maybe it will go a long way. Life's a gamble. But I just know that if I do that, at least I'm taking the chance to make someone's day. I don't know if I made someone's day. I don't know if I haven't. I don't know if they took it for granted. They didn't. I can't know that stuff. The only thing that I can know is that I took that risk. I took the chance to make someone's day better. And even if I didn't, which, again, I won't know unless they tell me, obviously. But I won't know if I walk past them in the hall. At least I took that opportunity to make someone's day. Like, I want to be popular. Like, okay, sidetrack. Well, this is kind of on topic, actually. I know being popular is this giant idea in that it's generalized as following social norms or doing this or doing that or being like that person or being like that other person. Like, I feel like there are different types of popular. Like, there's the bad popular, the good popular, which, by the way, this is what I'm going to cover in a minute. There's a different popular, there's music, like there's so many different types of popularity. Sorry. That people can follow or be, if that makes sense. And I choose, in my opinion, to go for the good kind of popular. You know, not like the ones where I'm trying to be like that person or I'm trying to follow every social norm or, you know, be this big person just because I follow the latest fashion trends. I follow the latest this. I follow the latest that. I want to be the good popular, you know. I want to be known as the kid that goes around in school and spreads positivity. Or just be known as a person that only spreads positivity and be popular for that. Be interacted in my community. Be known in my community. Be known in my school, but for the good reasons. Not for the bad reasons, but for the good reasons. And that's what I would be fine with. But at the same time, I also know that I don't need to be popular to be validated. Like, a guy came to my school, I don't know, in the beginning of the year, spoke. He was like, you don't need to be popular. You could have one person in your life that gets, as long as you get to look yourself in the mirror, that one person could be you, that one person could be another person. As long as you can look yourself in the mirror and say you're amazing every morning, which is what I do, then you don't need validation from others to be like, you know, a good person, a cool person, a popular person. Like, I don't need validation from others to be known as that. Because if I think myself is popular, then I am popular. If I think myself is talented, then I am talented. If I think myself is amazing, then I am amazing. That's what I think. Like, I don't need to be a popular person. I don't need to be on the latest fashion trends. I don't need to be on the latest this, that. Just as long as I'm myself and I get to look myself in the mirror every morning and say I'm amazing 100 times, 1,000 times, even one time, and promise myself no matter what, I'm going to go in with a smile and make people's days no matter how bad the day gets, then I'm popular in my opinion. Then I'm great in my opinion. I don't chase popularity. The only thing I chase in my life is self-love and positivity. Only things I ever chase in my life is self-love and positivity. And I feel like many people say they do that, but they don't do that because, again, they're spreading negativity or talking, bad about this person. Not talking drama, I don't know why I said that. Talking bad about this person, talking bad about that person. You don't need to do that. There is no need to ever talk bad about someone. Before someone says, yes, there is, or talking bad about someone if they're a bad person is a good thing. It's never, this is like a whole different topic, by the way. This is about drama. Sorry, I'm speaking from the heart. So sorry if these are like mixed around, but I promise I'm throwing some hopefully good points. That's up for you guys to judge. I feel like art is interpretive. You can interpret any way you want. I feel like I'm throwing out some really good points. Hopefully, at least. Hopefully in there. But, life's a gamble. You never know where you're going to be. Never know where you're going to go, but always make it good. Like, again, on the drama topic. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, so I just threw something out there. But, yeah, another topic here is about drama. Like, there's always going to be drama. There's always going to be people considered good or bad. In my opinion, I don't think there's ever a good or bad person because everyone always has good and bad in their heart. So I feel like it's always 50-50. Like, depending on who you are, what you think, you could consider a person or consider a person good. It's just up to your opinion. So I don't ever think there's a good or bad person. Like, there's not good or bad news. It depends on how you take it. You could take the bad news as good or the good news as bad. It's interpretive. I feel like art and life in general is interpretive. So, I don't ever think there's a good or bad person. But still, there's always going to be people out there who are going to think, that person over there is a bad person, so I'm going to insult them. I'm going to talk behind their back. I'm going to say mean things about them. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that. There's always a part of you that knows you shouldn't be doing that, but I feel like people always ignore that part. And there's always a part in every person that's like, you shouldn't do that because it's set in at an early age. Don't be mean to others. Be kind. It's always said in. But I feel like everyone ignores that because of the short-term usage. Like, they feel powerful. They get to say this about that person. They get to bully that person. They feel powerful in that moment. But later when it backfires, they wish they didn't do that. But my opinion is just don't do it in general. So you won't have to worry about how it's going to backfire later. Because you'll feel, and obviously you won't feel powerful in the moment because you won't hold power. But even if you don't feel powerful, you'll feel peaceful. Because you ignored that idea that you need to be rude to someone. You ignored that idea that you need to talk bad about the person, talking bad about you, which is another thing. Like, if a person is talking bad about you, you don't need to talk bad about that person. Like, at all. You don't need to talk bad about that person. That person, even if they're talking bad to you, just don't talk bad about them and they'll eventually blow over. And even if they keep going, what's it to you? The only opinions that should matter, the only validation you should get is from yourself. And not many people believe that. Many people think they need validation from others, to feel complete. But you only ever need validation from yourself on who you are, who you're gonna be. And even if you don't, at least as long as you love yourself, know who you are, then you're gonna be fine. Sorry, someone just texted me. Then you're gonna be fine. You don't ever need to go behind someone's back and talk about them, even if they're talking bad about you. I promise you, whoever is listening, because honestly, I don't even know who's watching this video, you don't need to talk bad about someone. All you need to do is love yourself. All you need to do is realize if that person is talking bad about you, that's all you need. No. Let me rephrase that. I apologize for whoever just didn't understand. I meant to say, whoever is talking bad about you, all you need is to know you are amazing. If they're talking bad about you, their opinions don't matter. They're only saying it to get in your head, get a rise, get a reaction out of you. It's always either personal, and even if it's personal, who cares? You know, it's personal to them. It's not personal to you, hopefully. Please don't go out there and talk bad about people, but you know what I mean. In summary, all you need is, your own opinion to get through life. If you think you're amazing, boom, you're amazing. If you think you're beautiful, boom, you're beautiful. That's all you need in life, is to just know your self-worth, know who you are, know what you can do, just be you. And honestly, no one's perfect. No one's ever going to be perfect. People always are going to, maybe do something that's seen as bad, maybe do something that's seen as, not very nice. No one ever is going to be the most perfect person on earth. They're always going to be good no matter what. I think even if you don't do that, even if you do make mistakes sometimes, it's better not to see them as mistakes more than learning experiences. For example, if you make a mistake, if you mess up on a test, get like a 40 out of 100. Don't see it as a failing grade, because yes, to the school system, it's obviously going to be a failing grade. Yes, you're definitely going to get like an F on it. But ignoring those things, realizing that those are just grades. I know I'm a kid. I know that's basically me saying school is stupid, but I promise you school is important. I know school is important. School is actually one of the most vital resources. Still follow your dreams, though. Don't... If your passion is school-related, obviously, follow your school-related passion. But if it's, like, outside, at least set some time aside to, be you for a little. You don't always have to focus on school, getting straight A's, Just, honestly, just be you. I feel like that's really important. Because obviously, yes, focus on school. That's very, very vitally important, is to focus on school. But you don't always have to, be only focused on school. Set aside some time to just, be you. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, all you need is your validation. All you need is your self-validation and the fact you get to look yourself in the morning. Honestly, I lost what I was saying before that school thing, but it might come back to my mind. But yeah, I think the only greatest enemy is you. And I think the only thing that makes people suffer is their imagination. Because many people don't focus on, the physical sense of being. They focus more on the mental sense of being. If you think someone's doing something, obviously your imagination's going to run wild with it and think of every possibility in the book. But at the same time, in the physical sense, you have many more options of just being at peace. Yeah. I don't know. I'm at peace with life. Well, not all the time. Obviously, it's going to get hard sometimes, but every morning, no matter how hard it gets, I look myself in the mirror. Or hard it will get, because I know I'm going to do this. Sounds kind of cocky, I won't lie, but trust me, it will make sense in a minute. But as long as I get to look myself in the mirror every morning and say I'm amazing, that's all I need, is to know I'm amazing. And obsession beats talent every time, man. I don't need talent to be amazing. I just need to be obsessed to be amazing. I think that's... Yeah. I don't know. I switched it up today because I think I just needed to switch up every once in a while. I mean, I make a lot of videos with deep meanings, but why not give my actual heart out here? I don't know. Maybe I'll do something like this down the line. Who knows? Maybe I'll do something like this down the line eventually, but I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing this more often, speaking, because I love this, actually. I had a lot of fun doing this, so. But yeah, Total bullet points. Be you. You're amazing. Whoever's listening to this, you're beautiful. Just have fun. Be you. Have fun in a good way. Don't chase popularity unless you're chasing the good kind of popularity. But my advice is just really don't try to chase popularity because you're going to get too focused on that. And honestly, as long as you get to tell yourself you're amazing in the mirror every day, I think you're going to be okay. I think you're going to be at peace. And whoever is listening to this because they're going through a tough time, you're amazing. Don't ever think otherwise. If someone's saying something bad about you, don't respond back. Just look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you're amazing. Trust me, if it becomes a habit, even if it doesn't, and you do it every once in a while, it's still a very big confidence booster, and it's still very amazing. But yeah. Anyways, it's going to be okay to whoever's listening that might be going through a hard time. Or if you're going through a good time, it's still going to be okay. It's always going to be okay. If it's not okay, it's not the end. It's always okay in the end. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Bye. I might do this again. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but whoever listening, have a good night, have a good day, have a good evening, have a good afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Bye.